Electric cars were some of the first cars on American roads back in the late 1800s.
There are amazing new developments in the world of electric automobiles every day, but sales have recently dropped drastically due to widespread complaints about the high price of maintenance, in particular the expense of battery replacement. Thus, it is possible that Toyota's hydrogen combustion engine may render electric vehicles obsolete. All electrics amount to barely a percentage of the overall new car market, which leaves the market open for another form of vehicle, which is the course Toyota has chosen. And in today's episode, we're going to look at the hydrogen combustion engine in greater detail and learn why Toyota's top brass is so optimistic on its potential to make EVs obsolete. The Toyota Corolla Cross H2 concept is a prototype vehicle powered by a hydrogen internal combustion engine, or ICE for short. The GI Corolla and Yaris employ the same powerful 1.6-litre turbocharged 3-cylinder engine, but with hydrogen instead of gasoline. Toyota's FCEV, fuel cell electric vehicle, Mirai provided the company with highly combustible hydrogen technology. Thus naturally the vehicle's fuel tanks had to be powerful and armored. The engine is upgraded with fuel injectors made for gas rather than liquid, as well as strengthened connecting rods and fuel injectors. The Cross H2 concept seats 5 people comfortably and has enough trunk space for their belongings, just like a regular Corolla. The great news for all gearheads is that Toyota has teamed up with Yamaha Motor to build a hydrogen-fueled V8 engine. In an announcement earlier this year, Yamaha stated the 5.0-litre V8 would be based on the one used by the Lexus RC Coupe, with tweaks to its cylinder heads and fuel injectors, among other things. According to Yamaha, it can generate 455 horsepower at 6,800 RPM and 398 pound-feet of torque at 3,600 RPM. It may not quite match the power of the original gasoline V8 on which it is based, but it certainly holds its own. The 8-into-1 top-mounted exhaust manifold of the hydrogen V8 is reportedly responsible for the engine's distinctive high-frequency sound, making it Yamaha's most impressive design feature. While refueling your internal combustion engine ICE vehicle may not be your favorite activity, you can't deny that it's not exactly a feat of genius, either. Since hydrogen is a gas rather than a liquid, refueling a hydrogen-powered vehicle is equally as quick and simple. If you've ever had a propane tank refilled, as opposed to swapped out, you have some idea of how quickly this will go. As a matter of fact, the new Toyota Yaris CRH2 can be completely refueled with hydrogen in under 2 minutes, which is significantly faster than filling the tank of a Toyota Camry with regular gas. Long used in vehicles that must transport and pull large loads, diesel fuel can freeze in locations where temperatures plunge into the negative double digits. Fortunately, unleaded fuel can tolerate temperatures as low as -100 degrees Fahrenheit, which is what might happen when wind chill factors are added to extremely cold temperatures. Lithium batteries can survive up to -140 degrees Fahrenheit before they start to freeze up, which can still occur rarely. Hydrogen can function at temperatures as low as -435 degrees Fahrenheit, making it the optimal material for use in Arctic regions. Hydrogen also outperforms the other two possibilities in terms of its capacity to adapt to a variety of climates, but this time at the warmer end of the range. Batteries powered by lithium are not produced from readily available components. In fact, many people, such as the CEO of Toyota, former CEO Akio Toyoda, see a shortage of lithium and battery-grade nickel, which indicates that there will be a paucity of resources needed to create the lithium batteries used in EVs. That might cause a significant impediment in the transition to electric vehicles, but it could be avoided by employing hydrogen-powered engines provided they are designed to operate at their peak efficiency. It's possible that noise is your primary concern when it comes to electric vehicles. Nothing beats the feeling of slamming on the accelerator of a classic muscle car, like a 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle SS with a large block 454, or a 1969 Ford Mustang with a 428 Cobra jet. As the throttle is pressed, the carburetors open and fuel rushes into the engine. As the horsepower is transferred to the drivetrain, you feel a surge of power. And as the car takes off, you feel a rush of excitement. Hydrogen-powered cars can provide that, unlike electric vehicles, because they operate in the same way. Nearly every city in the United States has at least one modest auto repair shop, but as electric vehicles become more mainstream, you'll have less options for getting your car serviced. If they have access to the internet, They could view a few videos on YouTube and figure out how to fix your electric engine. To be safe though, you should have a licensed mechanic who is up to date on the latest technologies inspected. Hydrogen-powered engines are fantastic since they are completely mechanical and functionally equivalent to fuel-powered engines. In other words, you can take your car to the neighborhood garage where you feel most at ease having it serviced. There is nothing novel about the idea of using hydrogen to fuel an internal combustion engine. First came the 750HL from German automaker BMW in 2002, and then came the Hydrogen 7 in 2005. Originally designed to run on gasoline, BMW's 6.0-litre V12 was converted to run on hydrogen and gasoline for the Hydrogen 7. There were only 100 of these engines constructed, and they could run on either gasoline or diesel. Some negatives to hydrogen are that it's very combustible, difficult to process and store, and the combustion process releases nitrous oxide. As opposed to practically all the other automakers who are wagering everything on electric cars, Toyota's approach to carbon neutrality is more diverse, examining numerous technologies to accomplish the objective of zero emissions. This philosophy looks increasingly foresighted in light of the fact that, as a result of the conflict in Ukraine, European countries are trying to find ways to reduce their energy use. As a matter of fact, Switzerland has gone so far as to encourage EV users to only use their cars for essential purposes like going to work or the grocery store. This recommendation may be made into law. Toyota's commitment to developing hydrogen-powered vehicles has resulted in an increase in the number of available vehicles that utilize this technology. The 2023 hydrogen-powered Mirai, for instance, has already begun rolling off the assembly line, hitting dealerships, and being driven by individuals in California and Europe. Although hydrogen-powered cars are relatively new, their popularity is rising. However, Toyota only sold 1,674 Mirai vehicles worldwide through May, a decline of 13.3% compared to the same period last year. The markets where hydrogen is offered will need to be re-educated as more people feel safer driving an EV, for the time being. Some people think your next car to run on hydrogen, but that's not enough to convince others. It's worth mentioning that several of Toyota's US plants will produce fuel cell batteries as the company rapidly moves in the direction of electric vehicles, plug-in hybrid vehicles, and hydrogen fuel. Dedicated production of integrated twin fuel cell FC modules for use in hydrogen-powered, heavy-duty commercial trucks will commence at Toyota Motor Manufacturing Kentucky TMNK, the company announced in a news statement. Toyota's increased production of hydrogen is anticipated to cause this problem in other plants across the United States and around the world. The potential for explosion has been a major cause for concern over the widespread usage of hydrogen energy in commercial settings. Many people are understandably scared of hydrogen explosions since, contrary to popular belief, experts agree that they look more like bombs than simple fires started by sparks. When compared to lithium-ion batteries, which are prone to overheating and having poor environmental reactions, hydrogen can be a safer, less reactive energy source if handled properly. It's also important to remember that a volume of hydrogen gas weighs about 200 times less than a lithium battery of the same capacity. Hydrogen holds more energy than gasoline, making it a potentially crucial fuel for even massive power needs. Hydrogen automobiles may be more reliable and need fewer service visits if Toyota's expertise and capacity for mass-producing fuel cell technology is factored in. Hydrogen fuel cell vehicles will not be mainly concerned with charging, battery health, and eventual degeneration because they use electric motors. The same may be said of ICE, since all engines eventually wear out and stop working. With enough research and investment from companies like Toyota, hydrogen's current complexity can be reduced. As part of constructing and perfecting hydrogen combustion engines, Toyota has noticed investors interested in the concept. The Hydrogen Council, a global collaboration of CEOs from leading fuel, energy, industrial, and mining industries, is evidence of hydrogen's rising profile. Over the next 5 years, the Council's members, which include Air Liquide, Alstom, BMW, Daimler, Shell, and Toyota, have pledged a total of $5 billion to initiatives related to hydrogen. Their plan for the next decade is to streamline and speed up hydrogen investments in several sectors. Toyota has the resources to complete this project. While the Mirai has been spotted in California, Toyota is still primarily targeting markets in China and Europe with its hydrogen-powered automobiles. The company claims it plans to sell 200,000 hydrogen-powered automobiles in Europe and China by 2030. The Japanese company is recognized for pushing the boundaries of technology, so this is a significant undertaking for them. Vehicles fueled by hydrogen fuel cells are starting to become more readily available to consumers after experiencing greater success on the European and Chinese markets. If forecasts hold, the US won't see too many for a few more years. And so, do you think now is the perfect time for Toyota's hydrogen combustion engine? Share your thoughts in the comment box below. If you've watched up to this point, thank you so much. For more videos about EVs, Toyota, Tesla, Ford, and the most recent auto news, please consider subscribing to Tech Addicts.